Hey guys, what's up? It's Deprimido. Welcome back to the channel. Today I'm here in FL Studio and I'm going to be breaking down King Von type beats. Von is one of my favorite rappers. I've been listening to a ton of his music recently, but it's just really sad that he had to go so early, man. All of this stuff that's going on in Chicago and other places too, it's all just super crazy, man. Like, it's really unfortunate that these people have to deal with situations like that. It's not fair at all, man. But without any further ado, let's get into the beat. Actually though, one more thing, make sure you drop a subscribe. I'm really close to 500 subs, and when I get there, I'm dropping a free loop kit, so you should definitely go subscribe so that you can get the loop kit. So starting off with the tempo, we're usually going to be in the range of about 140 to 160 BPM. I'm working at 160. So for your melodies, you're generally going to want to use sounds like pianos, pads, strings, leads, stuff like that. You just want to make a really dark and hard melody with also like some melancholy notes in there. Personally, I feel like going with more of a piano type thing, something like Took Her to the O or Demon. So for my melody, I'm going to lay out like a 4 or an 8 note pattern, and then I'm going to add some chords underneath it. So this is what our main little melody is going to sound like. Next, we added in these chords here. Not too complicated of a chord progression. We kind of just went down like this and had these notes following. Then these are actually all just the middle notes. As you can see, we do have some diminished chords and stuff in order to keep these going down. But these are all just the middle notes, and then I just pitched them up to give it a slightly more emotional and a slightly more dark feel. Then I also added a few notes up on the top here. Altogether, it sounds like this. So as you can hear, very dark, kind of emotional. Overall sounding pretty good to me. Definitely sounds like a King Von melody. So now let's move on to the next section. For your counter melodies, you're going to want to use instruments like leads, bells, pads, violins, stuff like that. I think I'm probably going to try to find a lead to work with. Next, I just decided to add this little synth section right here. It's pretty simple. It's mostly just one note the whole time, and then we've got some bends, and then it does change up a little bit here at the end. This is what it sounds like. As you can hear, it definitely fits the vibe of the melody pretty well. Next, I think I might add some strings. So here we've just got a little string melody going. It's nothing too complicated. Sounds like this. So this violin and that synth melody that we just made are kind of sitting in the same range. So you might be able to hear that the synth is already panned pretty hard right just naturally. So I'm going to pan this violin a little bit left so that there's some separation and it's a little bit less muddy. This melody is sounding pretty good to me. So next, let's move on to the drums. First though, make sure you go follow me on Instagram. I'm also dropping a free MIDI kit when I reach 2,000 followers over there. So definitely go follow me, get that up to 2,000, and you guys can get the free MIDI kit. So for your hi-hat, you're just going to be using a standard trap sound. So I just threw this hi-hat on a 2-step, and it's already sounding pretty good to me. I don't think I really want to add much to it. Generally though, for a lot of these songs, they do have some rolls, doubles, gaps, whatever it may be. Just kind of spice up the hi-hats a little bit. But for me, I don't think we really need it for this one. I think it's sounding pretty good already. We just threw a clap into it. I'm just going to go with the Zay 808 for this beat. There's actually plenty of things you can do for the bass in these songs. Sub basses are very common. You're also going to hear a lot of 808s that are kind of similar to sub basses. They don't really have much attack. They're kind of long and they're pretty deep without much distortion. But you can also go for shorter and more usual stuff like the Zay 808. Here we've got our 808 pattern, mostly pretty simple, although we do have this little roll here at the end. I also decided to transpose the whole beat up 2 in order to make the 808 punch harder. This is what it sounds like. Next, I just added this kick pattern. Again, nothing too crazy. It's overall pretty much a simple pattern. This is what it sounds like. And this is probably about all we're going to add to the beat. You want to keep these nice and simple. Next, I'm just going to mix it down. If you guys want to see my mixing process, I'll leave my tutorial that I made on it in the card in the corner. So this is what our mix is looking like. If you haven't guessed already, we do have RC20 on the piano. Then on the chords, we've got an EQ, just cutting out some of the lows so that it doesn't interfere with the 808. Then on the synth lead, we've also got another EQ, just cutting out some of the highs. I thought it was sounding kind of harsh and a little bit too metallic. It sounded fine. It just wasn't really the sound I was looking for. And then we we've got some more RC20 this time on the strings, and those are the only effects that I used. Other than that, I just leveled it. But yeah guys, that's about it. So now I'm going to arrange the beat and I'll play it at the end of the video. But first, I'd like to thank you all for watching. I really appreciate it. Make sure to drop a like and subscribe if you did enjoy this video. Try to get me to 500. Let's get that loop kit soon. You guys can also check me out on Patreon if you want to. We've got some extra videos there, extra content, lots of stuff. It's very cool. It's only a few bucks a month, so I definitely recommend checking it out if you can. But yeah, that's about it. So thank you all for watching. I really appreciate it, and I'll talk to you all in the next video.
How did Deprimido make this slap so hard?